In the heart of a gripping chess match, where the pieces dance on the board with an apparently divine grace, emerges a legendary figure, a brilliant and complex mind, the untamed genius, Bobby Fischer. This enigmatic prodigy, born in Chicago on March 9, 1943, is destined to revolutionize the world of chess and to go down in history as one of the greatest champions to have ever existed. His extraordinary story, filled with triumphs and descents into madness, captures the imagination and fascinates the heart of anyone who comes close to this incredible protagonist. From a young age, Fischer displayed an early and unusual interest in chess. The chess pieces on the board became his confidants, and their silent ballet enveloped him in a dimension of purity and unpredictability. His mother, Regina, saw in him the reflection of a mysterious and unstoppable force, while his presumed father, Hermann, perhaps recognized in his son the call of the unknown and the invisible. From a young age, Bobby showed signs of his genius. Observers of his game were mesmerized, astonished by his ability to calculate moves and strategies with unique speed and precision. With the help of mentors and teachers, including the master Carmine Nigro and the passionate follower Jack Collins, Bobby forged his extraordinary tactical and strategic ability, becoming an unstoppable force in the world of chess. The young Fischer amazed the world at just 14 years old, challenging experienced opponents with disconcerting audacity and triumphing against all odds, becoming the youngest grandmaster ever. It was as if an unstoppable force resided within him, guiding him toward success, while the mystery surrounding his personality made him even more captivating and enigmatic. Bobby Fischer's climb to the pinnacle of chess seemed to follow a perfect melody, but his genius was accompanied by a complex and controversial personality. He was known to be irritable and made extravagant demands of tournament organizers. This created problems for him and led to long periods without playing competitive games. His determination to follow his own rules and his combative nature caused him to miss important opportunities and often led him to give up promising tournaments. However, the peak of his career, the moment that would write an indelible chapter in the history of chess, was the famous match in 1972 against the Soviet champion Boris Spassky. That duel became much more than a mere sporting competition. It was the clash between the two world superpowers, a Cold War transferred to the chessboard. Fischer, the rebellious American against the state-sponsored Soviet chess machine that had dominated international chess for decades. At that moment, Bobby carried the weight of the hopes of the entire free world on his shoulders, and tension and emotion were palpable in the air. The early games were troubled, and it seemed as if Fischer was about to give up. But just when everyone believed he was on the brink of surrender, his genius shone like a star. In a series of extraordinary victories, Fischer defeated the champion Spassky and was crowned world champion. It was an epic victory, a page of history written with the chess pieces, and the name of Bobby Fischer became part of legend. But as often happens in the stories of great protagonists, glory was not eternal. Fischer's controversial personality, coupled with his increasingly eccentric public comments, made him an isolated and mysterious figure. After the victory against Spassky, Bobby's demands and pretensions increased, leading him down a more arduous and lonely path. His mind became increasingly lost in the depths of paranoia, and he withdrew from any competitive play. His life became a dark and tormented labyrinth, plagued by doubts and isolation. Many have speculated on the causes of his descent into madness. Some attribute the mental strain resulting from blindfold chess practice, while others suspect the presence of mental disorders. Some speak of schizophrenia, others of Asperger's syndrome, although there are no certainties in this regard. His mind was an impenetrable maze, an unsolved enigma that enveloped him until the end of his days. And so, on January 17, 2008, the last king of the chessboards passed away, leaving the world of chess with a complicated and controversial legacy. His life was a dramatic symphony of triumphs and tragedies, a succession of brilliance and torment that continued to captivate the imagination and interest of the entire world. Bobby Fischer's story is an eloquent demonstration of the power and ambiguities of the human mind, an indelible lesson about the fragility and greatness of the human spirit. And thus, even today, the mystery surrounding Bobby Fischer persists. His captivating and complex figure, his epic victories, and his poignant destiny continue to inspire and intrigue chess lovers around the world. Every move, every game, every choice of Bobby Fischer is an invitation to immerse oneself in the fascinating and uncertain game of life. The extraordinary stories and anecdotes that make up Fischer's saga add another layer of suspense and pathos to this extraordinary adventure. From the moment Bobby took his first chessboard in hand, to the epic challenge against Spassky, through moments of glory and darkness, his journey is a symphony of passion, brilliance, madness, and greatness. Bobby Fischer, the king of chess, will forever remain an enigma, an icon, an indelible myth. And as the world continues to play chess, his figure stands tall like a majestic tower on the chessboard of history.